You got that right.
The main concern is that the dinghy just gets through, right?
How about our bodies?
Let's
Not
see.
interested.
Get out of the front.
Cockroaches, dude. There's
Down in the front, Steph.
Little motor fit? Ooh, that would get slow.
we're out of gas.
Seems to be.
I'm Stephanie, and this is Travis. Together we bought a Hunter 42 Passage that we call Jibsea. We sold almost everything that we owned and moved aboard. After living on Jibsea through a Toronto winter, we decided that we had to get down south. Though we've got very little sailing experience, we decided to leave it all behind in our home country Canada to live out our dream in sailing the world. We're so pumped to share this adventure of a lifetime. Hey guys, welcome back to our journey. We're in warm and sunny Fort Lauderdale. This is Jibsea's last stop in the US before we make our way over to the Bahamas. It's our first time crossing over, and after reading a lot of sailing blogs, we have a pretty extensive list of things we need to get done while we're here. We've come to learn that cruising life involves a lot of logistics, figuring out where to find things, how we'll make it there, and if we're able to carry or bring what we need back to the boat.
We always need to, somehow.
We're planning on provisioning for a few months. Groceries are much more limited in the Bahamas and a lot more expensive. We've made a big list mainly of non-perishable items and household things to stock up on.
Holy crap! Where have you been all my life?
Anything snackable like chips, cookies, chocolate. Our favorite snacks from Canada or the States are really expensive if available in the Bahamas.
Human vaccines.
To save space and protect from the humidity and bugs, we repackage a lot of the food that we buy.
This is run one of probably many.
Didn't even make a dent in our list.
I know. I've only ever provisioned for a week. Max. Be a weekend. We got no food.
Okay, these, there's 32.
First week gone.
Wondering where we keep all the food. A lot of good storage. Down here, we got tons of room to fill up on our canned goods. And down here, we have another for more stuff. And then we have our goodie pantry. And repackaging some of the crackers and stuff, getting rid of the cardboard helps us save room and also minimize the trash. Then in the front head, we also have our pasta sauces, and things like that. Toilet paper and some bigger items in the shelving there. This actually used to be another shower, but it was removed by the previous owner and built into a little shelving unit, which we find pretty helpful. Milk for the cereal that we stocked up on, and lots of parm. Yeah, we can definitely fill this up a lot more too. And then our ottoman's pretty good for some larger items. Finally getting to thawing out the freezer.
Yeah, it's only been a year or so.
Yeah. So you're supposed to do it once a month to keep the freezer and the fridge running efficiently.
Apparently you don't want to have that. It's working harder to keep things cold. But I just thought it had more ice on it, so it was good.
Like, more ice. It's got to keep stuff cold if the ice is freezing.
More ice in there. It's got to be good. So, hopefully our freezer will work more efficiently. And then we'll do our fridge.
Our fridge and freezer have been thawed. And they're ready to be packed with food.
Wait.
We're definitely gonna have to decorate. We're gonna make a mass pole Christmas tree. It's gonna be our first Christmas away from snow, so we have to make it look as festive as we can on the boat. Does it feel more like Christmas?
Sure.
You said you're not like a tropical Christmas guy, so.
Well, I think it's funny when you wake up and you see palm trees on Christmas.
But now you can see our Christmas tree.
Looks like a real hemlock.
I think it looks pretty good. Well, once we light it up.
Well, it sucks for Ron.
Potty?
Actually a piece of shit. Whoever decided this should be sort of a row.
The lighting's really nice though on the bright side. You just gotta get from here to there. Or here. Just to the wall. Why didn't we fill up?
That was the plan.
Well, like,
We're 300 feet from it. I've done a lot of silly things in my life. This one takes the cake.
I'm the one riding that one.
Yeah, I worry a little bit.
Why?
If it falls, you have a hard time holding it.
If it falls, I'm not holding it. It's going down.
Here we go.
It's heavy. You were like riding around like there's nothing. I need a helmet.
Just.
Oh, look at the sky.
That actually looks so cool behind you. Just do some turning and stuff and see if it's.
Lower gear works better. I just can't like climb any hills. Also doing some little odd jobs that we've kind of been putting off.
Things on the list we figured we'd just get done before we go. And I wanted to do this because our sail's chafing on these bolts on the uppers. So just put a little chafe guard there and yeah.
What did you use? That stuff's pretty thick.
I've got no idea. It came off our old Dodger. It was for another chafe guard. So I just cut it off and cut this and I just sew it in the spot. See if it works. She's not pretty.
Functional.
Functional.
Functional beauty.
I think that's just a little too close for comfort right there.
Yeah, it's pretty tight anchorage and yeah, that looks a little close.
You're all done your duties for the day. You can have a beer.
We're getting pretty close over here. You think that'll do the trick?
Well, if we touch, maybe.
Let's throw our anchors over the side. What do you have there?
This is the prize of the day. We were heading on the dinghy to go pick something like this up. It's an insulated foam, so you put your tube in there, and it insulates the tube. In our case, we're going to use it for the freezer. There's a pipe that goes through the engine bay, and it always frosts up and collects heat, so it's not efficient. Anyways, we were going to get one of these, and we almost ran it over in the dinghy on the way to the park where we park our dinghy, and that's exactly what we're going to go get. It's brand new. The sticky stuff still works too.
And it's just floating there in the water.
It's just floating there. We're literally going to go buy this thing.
What's the find of the day this time?
We're just riding out of the store, and I looked on the ground, and I just about to run over it again. And I was like, oh, that's a funny looking plastic piece. And it's for the bottom of my fishing rod.
That fell off when we caught the first
When
fish.
I caught the first fish, it was just a crappy foam one, and it fell off into the water. That's a better one.
Nice. We asked for that bag of money and it still hasn't
Yeah,
shown up.
I guess small things at once. Well, hopefully the bag of money we'll find in a treasure chest somewhere.
We've got a big day ahead of us. We're renting a car and heading out to some farther places to pick up some larger items.
Let's go.
Okay. I'll drive.
We found a car rental close to our anchorage, but it wasn't that close to the free dinghy dock we were using, so I took the dinghy over there and he met me with the car. Made it to the dinghy dock, didn't get lost because I am directionally challenged, and we're all locked up, tied up, and just waiting for Travis to get here with the rental car. Having some breakfast, Cheetos. Finally,
I know.
it was roasting.
Oh, we got a car and it's got AC.
What kind of vehicle is it? A Ferrari or a Porsche?
Ferrari.
Okay.
Not that splurge today.
Wow, she's quite the beaut.
She's our Ferrari in speed in comparison to her boat.
Whoa. To be in a car.
Felt like I was ripping down the highway going like 30.
We have a lot of errands to run, such as picking up packages from various addresses that we had them delivered to.
This is so badass. I wanted to buy this stuff for like years with all my camera gear, and then we just get it hooked up. Like so rad.
Grocery store finally! Noodles! I'm so happy.
All the noodles your heart can content. She's in her place.
We had to make another very important stop along the way. Why are you shaking your head?
I thought it was like you grab it and you go.
How are you gonna grab a hot bowl of soup?
Awkwardly sit there while you eat.
Get spring rolls or something. Basil. It's real VIP. How pumped are you that we found a Mission barbecue?
Super pumped. I didn't think I was gonna get it again since Annapolis.
I feel like the portions were bigger in
They were a bit
Annapolis.
bigger, but
Delish?
eat.
We're in the North Face right now. These prices are insane. 50% off, plus an additional 20% off. If we were going back to like cold weather,
Oh, we'd be stocking about everything right now.
it's nighttime, still running around, haven't even gotten to the food yet. But we're gonna go pick up a generator, just as a backup. Our dinghy's still here.
Yeah.
Oh man, after 12 hours of running around, we were a little bit anxious to get back to it.
So we parked the car here so we can load the dinghy up right here. And our boat is just right there, which that's where Steph's dinghy into right now. Coming to pick up the groceries.
Just setting up my new case that Peter Young Outdoors hooked us up with, as well as Nanuk cases. It's a rad Canadian company helping Canadians. I think every boat should have one of these if you're a filmer, just because they're super durable. If you got to travel anywhere, you're not going to damage your gear, and it keeps out dust, moisture, sand, everything. So I'm just here playing up. We got a big one that's going to hold all my gear, and then we got a daytime one, so when we're just out in the dinghy, we can take this guy and he can get all splashed around and whatnot. Made in Canada. Pretty sweet. They also hooked us up with the Nanuk Nano, which is super rad for just small things: keys, wallet, cell phone, money, whatever you want to keep dry, whether you're kayaking or like for our example on a dinghy or just on a beach day. We don't want sand getting in our cell phones or anything like that. You can tell it locks really well. It's like a dual lock system. They'll have that. You can't just randomly flick it up. You have to push down, flick, then go. So pretty awesome. This is the best part. Putting it all together and figuring out how it's going to work with your gear. I think I've got it pretty well dialed. Got all the stuff you need. Drone flash, lenses, batteries, small filters for the drone, extra batteries. Definitely feel pretty comfortable with this guy. We need a emergency evac or anything. This is what I'd be saving.
You're gonna lug that thing. What about me?
You can swim. This can't.
Next up on our list is to check out the watermaker we plan on buying. Mike is the owner here at Seawater Pro, and he took the time to make sure that we knew exactly what we were buying. He's super friendly and knowledgeable, gave us very detailed information on the unit, showed us how it's made and the specific components and considerations made in their design that differs from other water makers on the market.
There's a lot of tricks out there that the big companies play that they just don't tell you ahead of time.
The end caps of the membrane are made from bullet aluminum and CNC'd in-house. They're coated in Teflon so that salt doesn't stick. The rods and nuts are made of stainless steel.
So this is what you get with pretty much every other water maker as a regulator. It's just kind of a basic design. But Seawater, you guys have gone over and above.
Yeah, that's all stainless 316, of course.
Yeah, nice.
We do another thing that is kind of, I don't know of anybody else that does it, but we add silicone. Right as close as you can see that.
See it right here.
Yes, exactly. So that will keep any salt from oxidizing the inside of the hose.
Smart.
Keeping it from ever leaking.
It's very important that you put Teflon tape, and a lot of them, on every connection. Otherwise you'll be going back and redoing
So like all of these, right?
everywhere there's a fitting. You want to put a ton of Teflon tape. If you guys are interested in the water maker that we've installed, there's going to be a link below. As well, we'll be doing a separate video on how we installed the Seawater Pro water maker into our boat. Stay tuned for that one, guys. You ready to test the water? She's drinking it like a dog.
Oh, it's tasty. It's not salty.
How cool is that? We are drinking that water right now.
That's salty.
We're literally drinking that nastiness. And they're reading on the TDS, parts per million is like 63, so that's like pretty good.
So we're just about to leave Seawater when someone's got a flat tire.
Yeah, I've had a flat in like 5 years.
Funny enough, we got a patch kit yesterday. So I guess the patch kit didn't work, huh?
It didn't work.
So we had the compressor, and then you were filling it up, but the tire came off, or your tube exploded.
Yep, tire popped off the rim and the tube exploded.
Mike from Seawater was so kind enough to throw our bikes in the back and give us a ride back to our dinghy.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Should have just went.
Now we got one.
Stay in the boat.
Oh! Look at him swim. Tons of iguana poop in here. Oh!
What? Oh, I see.
Take my shirt off.
No, why? What?
Fucking smother him with it.
What are you doing? You're hilarious.
I told you, it's only a matter of time before I catch
Look
one.
at his claws.
His feet, huge. Like once you catch him, he's like very chill though. How does he feel?
Warm. He's nicer than Camille's was.
Yeah, our bot chameleon was more bitey and mean than the one I just caught on the street.
That thing's not sitting near me.
I guess you're swimming back to shore.
Shut up. Seriously though. It can get loose, poop, bite, scratch, claw, whip. All the things I'm not interested in. Okay, that thing's not coming on the boat.
Yes, it is.
Not in the boat.
Yes, it is.
Not in the boat.
In the cockpit.
And then you sanitize
now
everything.
He wants to go. Why do you want to go now? The whole time. You don't want to go to the boat?
Good riddance.
Oh, now he wants to whip. Look at that. Look at that.
Why don't we see people taking them and packing them away?
People got money around here. They just go buy it. I want to learn for when we're in the tropics. That is grated coconut. Get you a straw with a little hat on it.
It's a little sour.
How else are we gonna make pina coladas when we're down there?
So we've been in Fort Lauderdale for over 2 weeks now, and we're getting pretty anxious and wanting to leave. But now that we have our watermaker installed and working, we're ready to plan a date that we set on crossing over to the Bahamas. So we're super excited. So it's Thursday right now, and we're planning on heading over really early Sunday morning at like 3 a.m. so that we can arrive in Bimini, Bahamas come the afternoon and it still be daylight. Committing to a date was a big deal because this year with COVID, you have to get a negative PCR test showing that you don't have COVID and present that to the Bahamas no later than 5 days from the date that test was taken. So not only are we planning for the correct weather during that 5-day period, but there's also a health visa that you have to apply for with that negative test to the Bahamas. They review it and process it to say yay or nay on whether or not you can come in. And they say that that can take up to 72 hours. So really that leaves you like a potentially 2-day window to get over there. Some people have told us that they've received their health visa responses in like a few minutes to a few hours just because the Bahamas really wants the tourism. But we just want to make sure that we get it back in time so that we have a couple of days of buffer. So should we need to leave a day earlier or a day later than we're planning for, that our COVID tests are still valid, because we obviously don't want to go and pay for the COVID tests and then have them be void by the time we actually arrive in the Bahamas. We're gonna go and head out, do some last minute things and go get our COVID tests, and hopefully they're negative.
All right. My name is Travis. I'm here as your nurse today to do your RT-PCR test.
Okay.
So it's pretty straightforward. Just lean your head back a little bit. Okay.
Ew, your gloves.
You're COVID free. You're good to go.
Just kidding. We got them done for real.
Time to get this thing shoved up our nose.
I hope it doesn't go that far.
See? Wasn't that bad?
We got our COVID results emailed in the morning and were negative, so we went to pick up the hard copies and applied for the travel health visas right away.
Canned food mishap. Getting used to it.
So we've been
Approved!
Sunday. We're heading over. Christmas in the Bahamas.
If you've been following us since we left Toronto, you know it's been a long journey for us to escape the cold, with a heck of a lot of learning. Thanks for following along this far, and the next time you see us, we should be in the tropical clear blue waters in Bimini, Bahamas. In the meantime, you can find us on Instagram and Patreon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell.